The African sun burned fiercely over the vast, golden plains of Tanzania, where nature followed no rules except survival. In this harsh land, where the wind whispered stories of predators and prey, a young wildlife rescuer named Ethan Hale raced. Against time, his dusty Land Rover thundered over rocky tracks, guided by a distress signal no ranger ever wished to hear, a code red from the lion sanctuary. The voice on the radio echoed in his mind shaky, filled with fear, saying, "She is down. Looks like she is expecting. Pride is missing." Ethan's grip tightened on the wheel. His heart pounded. A pregnant lioness, alone and possibly wounded, meant something deadly lurked nearby. He knew he had only minutes to save lives. As he reached the coordinates, the landscape grew silent. No birds chirped, no animals moved. Only dry air and tall grass surrounded him. There, lying at the edge of a dry stream, was the lioness. Her breathing was shallow, her golden body barely moving. Her swollen belly confirmed she was in labor. Pain clouded her eyes. Ethan stepped out slowly, knowing lions trusted no one. Yet this one stared at him without fear. She did not move. She did not growl. Her gaze was not wild. It was pleading. Ethan whispered, "I am here now. You are not alone." He tried the radio. No response. The signal had vanished in this remote patch. He had no backup, no team, only his instincts and a field kit. He gathered his gear, laid a large tarp beneath her for comfort, and gently approached. She watched, still, no sound, no aggression. Her body trembled. Her paws were bruised and bleeding, hinting at escape through thorns or a violent encounter. Her ribs showed signs of impact. Perhaps she had run from poachers or been attacked by rival males. Suddenly, the bushes rustled behind him. He froze. From the brush emerged 3 male lions, massive, dominant, eyes locked on the lioness. These were not her protectors. These were rogues. Ethan's blood turned cold. He knew their cruel instinct kill. The cubs inside her and force her back into heat. He positioned himself between them and the lioness, arms wide, voice steady. "Stay back. Leave," he commanded, though he held no weapon. The lions growled. The lead male inched forward. The others followed, their hunger not for meat, but to conquer. Ethan reached for his last hope of flare. He struck it. Flames hissed. To life, casting red light into the air. The lead lion paused, startled. The sparks sizzled. Ethan shouted louder, waved the flare higher. The lions hesitated. They had never seen fearlessness in such a fragile body. One by one, they backed into the grass, vanishing like ghosts. Ethan dropped to his knees. He had just protected 3 unborn lives. But it was not over. The lioness was in active labor. Pain gripped her body. Her cries were low, aching, echoing across the plains. Ethan worked nonstop cleaning, supporting, comforting. Hours passed. At last, 3 tiny cubs entered the world, covered in golden fur, eyes shut. Ethan smiled, heart full. He had witnessed a miracle, yet fate had more to test. A sound approached. Tires crushing gravel. Ethan looked up. A dark jeep appeared over the hill. No marks, no plates. Poachers. They had followed the scent of the weakened lioness. Ethan stood. His body shielded the cubs. The men stepped out, rifles drawn. One sneered, "Step aside. She belongs to us now." Ethan replied, voice firm, "Not today. Not ever." Guns raised. Ethan had no weapon, only courage. In that heartbeat, a roar exploded through the air. The lioness, once weak, now rose like a queen, bloodied, tired, but ablaze with fire. She leapt, her body slamming into one of the poachers. Gunshots rang out. Ethan dodged, grabbed a rock, struck another attacker. The last poacher ran. The lioness chased him into the dense forest. Silence fell. Ethan stood among scattered guns, torn earth, and newborn life. The lioness returned, limps in her steps, yet strength in her stare. She laid beside her cubs and nudged them close. Ethan whispered, "You did it, mother. You did it." Morning light painted the sky. Backup finally arrived. Rangers helped transport the lioness and her cubs to the sanctuary. There, they found safety, warmth, and healing. The story spread across the world. Headlines called it bravery, but Ethan called it something deeper. It was respect. Respect for a mother who fought against death. Respect for a bond between man and beast, forged not by dominance, but by empathy. Months passed. Ethan returned to the sanctuary. The cubs, now bigger, played in the grass. The lioness sat nearby, calm. She watched Ethan, eyes steady. Recognition passed between them. She remembered. He smiled, nodded, and said softly, "I promised I would stay, and I did." In the heart of the wild, Ethan did not wear a cape. He held no crown. Yet his courage, his choice to stand, had saved a family. That made him more than a ranger. It made him a guardian. And some stories, like this one, deserve to live forever. If this story moved you, do not just scroll away. Share it with someone who needs to believe in kindness, in strength, in courage. Because sometimes, even in the wildest places, humanity still roars louder than fear.